Alright, welcome to Parametric Modeling. This is going to be somewhat similar to Excel in some ways, and it's going to make it so that some of our dimensions will relate to other dimensions, so we can tweak fewer dimensions and create templates of 3D models. So for starters, I'm going to make kind of like a box. We're going to design a chair, but I'm going to start with a box. So model parameters are the things that you dimension as you're going on. We've done this before in all of our previous work. User parameters are new. We're going to specify some things ahead of time. We can give them descriptive names. So if I'm designing a chair, so I just clicked on the plus sign up here, I'm going to call it seat height, and just give it the expression of 2, which will solve out to 2. That's like putting 2 into an Excel document. So the seat height is 2 inches. So I'm going to make something else. Let's call this seat depth. So the seat depth I want to make related to the seat height. So this is going to be seat height times 0.9. So maybe it's 90% as deep as it is tall. So there we go. Make another one for seat width. And this is going to be also linked to the seat height. I could link it to the seat depth, and it would kind of react that way. But I'm going to make it the seat height times 0.8. All right, did I get the numbers right? Yes, it looks like. Okay, so this is 2. These are functions, just like you would have in Excel. And then this is what it solves out to be. So with those in mind, I'm going to make that block, that seat block. So I'll start on the floor, making a rectangle. That is the seat width. I'll hit tab by the seat depth. So there we go. That looks good. So I just hit enter there a couple times. We can finish sketch. So the front is coming from this side over here. So that's the front. Now I'm going to extrude this up by the seat height. And that's the seat height that I wanted. So this is the front. This is where you sit. So let me, on the back side, make a seat back. Now I want this linked. So if I click on that corner, I want it to be, well, if it's the width, I can put seat width here. But maybe for the seat back, I just hit tab to flip to the other part. We're going to do the seat height times 2, because maybe the back is like double the height of the chair where you sit. So I hit finish sketch. So now I've got the back. Now I'm going to extrude this 1 inch thick, because I want you to see a couple other things. So 1 inch thick for that. So now that will stay 1 inch regardless, that thickness, but the back seat of the seat height will always be double the seat height for here. Now my students, what you're going to submit first for part 1 of the worksheet that I have is right here. You're going to put your initials. I'm going to put something here. So you'll put your initials there, say OK, and then we'll just extrude that, just extrude that text in. It's kind of hard to select, but I want to select the letters. There we go. I'll do about negative 0.25. Say OK, there we go. So that's your first image. So your initials and this exact ratio here. It'll look very similar, but with your initials. So the next thing you're going to do in the power of parametrics is we can change this whole thing if we go to modify, change parameters, and all of you have a number. I gave an Excel sheet with a random number for all of you. Let's say your number was 6. So if I change my number to 6 and hit enter, say OK. The height, width, and depth stayed proportional because that's how I set it up. My name got smaller, my back got smaller in relation to the size of the overall chair. And that's how I want it to be. So for my students, step 2 is a picture of this with your number here. And step 3 is a picture of your new chair and what it looks like when you've modified it. So this is the new chair dimensions from my second number. So step 3 would be a picture of this. So that's parametrics. Again, it's under modify, change parameters to get into that window. Yeah, so just a new tool for you to use in more high-level modeling techniques.